Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We left off with the 2011 ZX14 not starting. I briefly went over it. I ended up just putting that engine back together, putting it back in the bike, and then trying to run it, and I got nothing out of it. It just kept cranking and cranking and cranking. It started at the initial crank, it just boom, and that was it, running on maybe 1 or 2 cylinders, and that was it, and I never heard it try and start again. So we're done. We got the battery tender on right now because I've been cranking and cranking and cranking, but I'm checking the fuel, and you know this is the same fuel that was in the tank back when I bought this thing 6 months ago, somewhere around there. And I saw that the bike was covered. He did have a cover over it. He uncovered it when I got there, and sure enough, I'm pumping the fuel out of it just to check the fuel. And I did add like 2 gallons of fresh fuel to this, you know, about 2 weeks ago. So I assumed the fuel was good. Unfortunately, assumption, you know the rest. So right now I'm just, this is the lazy way of doing it. I just took the hose off on the fuel pump supply hose there. And I just put a pan under it. And I'm just turning the ignition on. And then the pump will run for only about 3 seconds, and then you gotta cycle it on and off again just to get rid of the fuel in the tank. So I wasted a couple gallons of fuel, so the fuel is not looking very good. So this is what I found. I took some out of the tank into this pan, and I put it in a clear jug here. Well, clear-ish, but I don't know if you can see that, but there's the line. So this is water and this is fuel. It's got that yellowish tint, and that is water sitting at the bottom. Any oil-based, you know, basic physics or chemistry, oil's gonna float on top of water. So there's all water that was sitting at the bottom of the tank. So I'm cranking and cranking and cranking, and I'm pumping water into the damn engine. You know, trying to figure out what I did wrong, because, you know, it's always something you did wrong. You're like, ah, did I forget a sensor? Did I forget a wire? Did I break something? You know, because this engine's heavy. And once again, I put it in by myself. I mean, it's a 250 pound engine, maybe even more, I don't even know. Definitely heavier than the Busa engine on my previous videos you saw me do that I almost dropped. And this one was the same. Taking it out, I almost dropped the damn engine and the bike. So it's not fun. So that's the problem. Well, I'm hoping that's the problem, or one of the problems, or the only problem, I should say. I don't want that to be one of the problems. But let's get some fresh fuel in here and see if it actually runs after 6 months of staring at this thing in the garage, not having any time to mess with it. So let me continue to get this fuel out of here and get some fresh fuel. I'm out of fuel. I'll have to look this thing up. I don't know if this thing takes 93 or 87, but the Hayabusa took 87, the Gen 1s. This is a Gen 1 ZX14, so you know, the compression was 175 to 200 psi, so I'm assuming it'll take 87 octane, but I'll look it up to make sure, because the last thing I wanted to do is, you know, ignition spark knock when it's not supposed to be doing that. So I'm gonna I'll keep dumping this fuel, and I'll get right back to you guys. I'm not gonna video me doing this for 20 minutes. That's gonna be pretty boring. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. All right, swapped out the bad fuel you saw the previous clip. This is now a few days later. Yeah, it took me that long to get the time to get fresh fuel. So my apologies. It's 98 degrees out here today. That's a record for Chicago. Whew, I'm hurting. But where we left off, so I mounted the tank, and I disconnected the fuel line behind here. It's just one clip, and I just kept cycling the key to run the pump to get all that old water fuel out of there. I did add fuel on that previous clip. I think I mentioned I did add some fuel to it, not knowing there was water in it. This was a theft recovery, so I did replace the ignition, tank lock, and seat lock. So I don't remember. The guy I bought it from had it outside, so he did have a cover on it when I picked it up, but who knows? I mean, it could have been vandalism, you know, the people who stole it blew it up or broke the transmission in there and then just left it there for dead, threw water in it. Who the hell knows? But I mean, I don't know how water would be able to get in there because the old cap was on there, and they did drill it out to where you can just use a screwdriver to open it, but it was still closed. So don't know how the water got in there, but it's gone now. I did put some fresh fuel in there. I looked online for fuel requirements, octane requirements, and everybody said 89 or better. I put 87 in it. And again, I'm just running it to, I put like a gallon in it, so I'm just running it just to see if it started, and it does. So it's back to life. This particular one has 20,362 miles. No check engine light. This is a 2011. It's a non-ABS version. From what I hear, they had ABS versions. I don't know. This one, I got to get a cap. My guess is this isn't the original exhaust. Oh, let me turn this thing off. But it sounds nasty. This was probably not the original exhaust, because I don't see anywhere where an oxygen sensor would be, but you know, there's one there and nothing there, so it is kind of loud. Nothing, you know, it's bypassing that Brock's pipe. I did, off camera, I put the chain on, and I did buy the adjusters. I mean, the adjuster blocks for the chain, ridiculous. I had to buy the whole axle and everything. Nobody would sell me the blocks separate, so that was $38 shipped for a damn axle. And I ran out of clips, what the hell are they called? The 530 chain push-on clips. So I tack welded it. Yay, hack job. That's just to get me by, just to test ride it. So I test ride it off camera. Sorry guys, I don't have a way to hold a phone or a camera or anything on a test ride, so I just took it for a damn ride around the block. It's fast as hell. It scares the shit out of me. You know, I'm a big guy. You know, I've been on Busas, and I love my Busas. This thing is crazy. And on a good note, the damaged power commander that looks like, you can't see it in there, it looks like it was scraped against the chain, works. So that, I shoved that one back in there, zip tied it. I'm guessing it was bought like that because there was no way the chain would have hit it, because it definitely has a defined chain rub mark going across it. So that works. Who cares what it looks like? This is not going to be a pretty bike. I am not going to buy plastics for this. You know, I got a lot of stuff in the garage, a lot of other bikes to work on. So right now that tire is sketch level, so it's gone. I mean, there's nothing left on it, and it's very nasty to ride. It wants to like pull you down as you're going into a corner. So I have another tire here, Continental. This one is a 120/60/17, which is weird. It's an odd number, or an odd size, and this is a 120/70/17. So if I haven't mentioned it to any of you guys yet, but I did pick up another ZX14 from auction. This is an 08, same thing, 08, 2011. This one has a 240 rear tire kit on it with swing arm and matching front rim chrome. Another Brox. I checked the tire on the front of this one. It's a 120/70/17. So that's what's going on it, and let's get that done now. I'm not gonna waste your time, you know, to show you to take off the damn wheel. It's, you know, you take it off here, you loosen these, slightly loosen these, and you buy that tool. I don't know if they gotta still sell them on eBay. That's where I got them from. You buy this tool. It's got a bunch of different sizes. It's got 17 and 22 millimeter on this side, and 19 and 24 millimeter on this side. I think Kawasaki and Suzuki use these. I can't remember. I know Suzuki for sure, and obviously Kawasaki, but I think that's it. And then you loosen the axle up, and it slides out. Simple as that. You can leave the calipers in there if you want. It is more of a pain in the ass to remove the wheel, but you can do it. And that's about it. So off camera, I'm gonna pull the wheel off, and then we're gonna get the tire removed. And there's one rim ding on each side, so we'll straighten that out as well. Hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, let me revise that. You have to take the calipers off to get the wheel off. They sit so deep into the rim that you're unable to keep them on and pull them off at the same time. Some bikes you can do that. ZX14 you cannot. Okay. This is very difficult to do and hold the camera. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you guys seasick watching this. Let me pull this wheel off. All right, wheels off. I'm gonna pull off the rotors just in case I don't want to damage them in the tire machine. All right, we're all set up. Sorry, it took me a little longer. I had to wait for the compressor to stop. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the valve. Not sure where I got it, but you should be able to get this, you know, AutoZone, Pep Boys, Napa. Any auto parts store should have it. Alright, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the old weight's off. Well, the wife is signing me for food, but it doesn't look like I really need food, so I'm going to continue working. Come on. Get out of there. They put it in a very bad place. You can't get to it. This little spiky piece is supposed to go in the hole, but can't get it. It's on the tough side. I think I can try that. Or not. Well, I can try it, but with the right tool. Make sure you don't lose your little gasket between the rotor. I didn't see another one there, but anyway. Okay, so let's break the bead first. Come on, you can do it. Bought this Chinese tire machine, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago. It's working great. No complaints. Do you guys see me, or are you just staring into nothing? I think I can. I don't think it's machine weakness that's the problem. I messed up on my air compressor. I used too small of a regulator on a 60-gallon tank, and it doesn't feed a lot of volume of air. I'll change that in the winter. But for now, it works. And you could see, I don't know if you could see this. There's the rim ding, and then there's I think there's another one on this side. I can't tell from me. It's there. It was definitely on both sides. So essentially, this is not a motorcycle rim machine. So what I'm doing is these fingers on the bottom, they're closing in on the lip in the 4 places to hold it from here. Now I can take this tire off. If you have the space, definitely get one of these. I mean, I wouldn't recommend them for like an actual shop, but for minimal use in your house, that's great. Yeah, I'm a little cramped in here. Slide this over a little bit. I don't have the attachment, the balancer attachment for the motorcycle wheels. I'll eventually get one. Man, I just got everything today. These are the little tooth protective covers. None of the stuff I have is really nice, so I never use it. Gotta use the other side, people. And to remind me. Very tough tire to get. Gotta wedge it in there and clip around the bottom. Pry it up over. This one sucks because you just gotta go down. So it was like that. The lip, the tire rim, it was pulling it over. And that's it. There you go, one very bald tire. So this one, what's the rotation? Front, it goes this way. So let me grab the other tire, make sure putting that on the right way. What did I say? Front rotation this way. So let's see on here. It's so dirty I can't see the arrow. Okay, arrow is this way. This kit came with the tire grease, but it doesn't work very well. I use WD-40. I just noticed there is a ton of dirt on that rim. Let me clean it. want it. I don't want it preventing it from seeding or seeding and leaking. I mean, the prices have gone up on these, just if you're interested in buying them. When I bought them back in, I think, 2019, it was $1,100 or $1,200 delivered to my local shipping hub, which was about 30 minutes away. I went and picked it up, and assembly was pretty simple. Most of it was assembled. You just had to put maybe the arm and stuff on this post right here. But otherwise, $1,200 shipped. They might be $1,800, $1,900, $2,000 now, but well worth it. And some of them have, like different models have the little jets to help you fill up those really, really big tires that need a lot of volume. And normally I would replace that valve, but I don't have any shorties. I only have the longer valves. So the installation is a little bit more difficult because you have to simultaneously have to push down and rotate. And that's what happens when you use too much lube. So you push down on the opposite end, go slow, otherwise you will hit the bead on the tire. And there you go. Whew. Comes with a air chuck, but I've broken it. Oops. And I haven't replaced it, so now I gotta disconnect. Let that turn off. In all this excitement, you guys forgot to remind me to bang out the dent before I put the tire on. All right, let's do that all over again. Feels like I just did this. Luckily, it comes off easier than it goes on. Round two. There's one here and one here. Okay, let's get the beating stick and some heat. Alright, here's the tools you'll need next to something to hold it like a tire machine. Torch. You're not going to go crazy with the torch. You're just going to heat it up a couple hundred degrees. Piece of wood. I rounded the edge to get kind of the same radius. It's not the same, but it'll do. And then a BFH. Don't miss. Sorry about that, I had to take a little break. The 9-year-old was screaming and yelling. She couldn't find her bathing suit that she wore all day yesterday and left it in her room. Go figure. Kids. Alright. I'm going to get this big one first. This one's huge. You can clearly see this thing. Going to damage the stickers that are on there, but who cares? Like I said, you only want to heat it up to about 300 degrees, maybe less, and then start whack-a-moing it. Without heat, you may crack the aluminum. Just a little heat and keep whacking on it. Getting close. No, I'm not being nice. I'm beating the snot out of it. See, each little whack is moving the actual tire machine. It's also bent up on the lip too, so I'm trying to beat it down. It's a lot better, but it's still clearly bent. It's supposed to go the other way. Still not. That lip is really bad. This one's stubborn. The rim looks good. It's the lip that still needs some work. Almost there. Let's kind of see what I'm working with here. So I got to take the tripod for a ride. You can see right there, I got to go a little bit more. It's maybe an 1/8 inch off. Must be powder coating because it's definitely taking this beating. Paint definitely would have came off already. I think most of you are probably watching this because you want me to hit my head, my hand, or my finger, or break something. Tell me the truth. Oh, it's really hot. Oh, I'm running out of gas. This is real bad. It's close, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all the way. Be as good as it's going to get. You got two options. You can either straighten it or damage the rim, lip. Cosmetically, either way, it's never going to be 100% unless the professional actually does it, because they have the tools, the machines to actually machine it. They can weld it and then machine it straight, which I don't have that fancy machine, and most of them are mobile, so they'll come right to your house and do it. Too soft, and it's not forming. It's not hitting it hard enough. machine over like 6 inches. I think that's it, fellas. It's not going to get any better than that. Still slightly bent on the lip, or the inside of the lip, and then definitely bent on the lip itself. I'll show you. It curves and then goes a little flat spot and then curves again. So, I mean, that's. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. I'll hit it with a little wire wheel and then black trim paint it. Whew, man, it is getting toasty. No, it's not getting toasty, it is toasty. So you can kind of see before it was like that. Maybe that's a little exaggeration, but now it kind of curves and then goes flat spot and then curves again. And then there's a little one right here. I'm going to try. I got maybe a little enough, just enough gas in that propane. These front rims, you know, I wouldn't do it otherwise, but all front motorcycle rims are expensive because those are the ones that always break and bend in accidents. So people want $250, $300 for them. And I already got way too much into this bike. We're out. Exceeded the use out of our wood. Flat now, but I touched the hot damn tip. Nice. Let's see if I can find something. Not the right tool. This will definitely gouge it. It's already got hammer marks, so at this point it doesn't really matter. It's laughing at it. Maybe it's Kawasaki rims. These things are strong. That one's a little better. Still see it. This one is still pretty bad. You can still see the flat line instead of the curve. And I think it's still higher. Yeah, it's still high. And yeah, whew, nothing's behind me. That's as good as she's gonna get, fellas. And that's not as good as I expect. So she'd be ugly, but it'll work. Let me find a little sandpaper and find that paint, that trim paint. Alright, a little sanding, a little flat black. I couldn't find the trim paint, I must have used it already. And it's almost like I never touched it at all. Yeah, right, very noticeable, but beats buying a rim. Alright, let's try that again. to seat the tire, I use a blowgun. The valve is still out of it. Alright, that seated it. And now we can put the actual seat in there now, or the valve. And I'm not sure what this goes to, maybe 35 psi. I'll have to check, but I'll put 35 in it. Whew. Alright, sorry about this long video, guys, for a rim dent and a tire. Probably not much use to you guys, but the good thing is the 2011 ZX14 is now running and driving after, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months? No, longer. I think I bought it in October or November, so around like 8 or 9 months. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. It's 34. I wasn't patient enough, I didn't let it dry before I put the tire on. Doesn't look that bad. Once the stickers are removed, it would look better, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, let's reset back up outside. Alright, get the rotors. Alright, put the rotors on, slide this in here, don't forget to make sure your arrow on the tire is pointing forward. You do have it on the right direction. Put your spacers in. Put your rotors back on, and then you can tighten up your axle. These are a little bit of pain in the ass. These are like 4 separate pads. It's annoying. Oh, I picked up these Venom stands. This is the universal one. It comes with the fork stand mount. You can take this whole upper piece off, and then it comes with 5 different pins for your lower tree. So whatever bike you have. I tried using it on the Busa with plastics on it, but you couldn't get under there without like bending up the plastic. So I don't know if that's a Busa thing, or I won't know either on this. Well, I'll try it later, because once I put the nose fairing on there, I'll know for sure. This bike did not come with a fender, so maybe the fender, but it did not fit under the Busa. I had the correct pin to go in there, but it kept hitting the plastics. But for everything else, or no plastics, it works great. It came with the back stand too, so it was like 100 and I think it was 80 bucks, 160, 180 bucks. This was on the other caliper, and I don't know, it must be a racing thing, I'm not sure, but it was mounted somewhere like this. Sorry, like this, and then they had a strap going to the upper tree, and they were compressing the shocks. I'm not sure why, but if that's a racing thing or a cheap way of lowering it, but that's definitely going back on. Ooh, this blacktop is burning my knees. Too much torque on these. Alright, let me get that axle tool. I think I still need this side, don't I? Can you guys even see me? Oh, probably not. That sucks. Sorry, guys. Very little torque on these. Maybe 10 foot-pounds at the most. Very small bolts. Alright, and that is it. So, sorry for not checking the camera. You missed me install a wheel. I do apologize. But here is, we're going to end this video here because we're dragging it on over an hour. And I can tell some of you are bored already. And dying out here. Whew. So what's left is I'm just going to put the rest of the plastics on. The plastics are all damaged. I'm going to sell the bike like that. I'm not going to invest in $700 in plastics just to try and sell it for $7,500. Because then it's just going to sit. I don't like them sitting. I want them sold, so I can make space for new products. But here it is in a nutshell. Thanks for watching. The next video is just going to be me heat up plastics on, and then I'll figure out how to take you guys for a ride. But this thing is nasty. If you guys have one, oh man, drive safe. These things are scary. And if you don't have one, pick one up, man. They're fun. Yeah, a 1000, the newer 1000 is probably much faster, but top speed wise, acceleration, you can't beat 1400 and what is it, 1399? I don't even know what the Gen 1 cc is. 1350. It's 1350 cc's, and you twist the throttle, it goes. There's no other explanation. It's all about the acceleration. If you're a top speed freak, it is what it is, but this is not slow, and just the sheer acceleration on this thing is awesome. Sounds great, and I'm just happy it's done after, I don't know, 8-9 months. The next video will just be short, and then I'll list it, and then the following video after that, you'll see it getting hauled away or ridden away to whoever buys it. But thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe, like, and throw me a bone, something. I'm only getting like 10 views on these videos. You guys are killing me. Have a good one. Take care.